Trust you or not, Medea, you're going out of this...
This is an excerpt from a 2,400-year-old play. I'm Shaw TV's Jeremy Valance, and later I'll tell you about Manitoba Theatre Centre's latest production, Medea.
Of tears. Trust you or not, you're going out of this country, Medea. What I decide...
This is Medea, a popular Greek story of a woman scorned that has survived 2,400 years. It's brought to life at Manitoba Theatre Centre with Canadian actress Shauna McKenna in the title role.
I have a guest in my house. I should return to him.
Medea was a princess from the Black Sea who helped Jason of the Argonauts obtain the Golden Fleece. And in doing so, she betrayed her father and she killed her brother to save Jason. They fled to Corinth, where they had 2 sons and were married. And then Jason has just, well, dumped Medea. He has left Medea for a very young girl who is the daughter of the king of Corinth. It's a career move. And he and Creon, worried by the wrath and grief of Medea, banishes Medea and the 2 boys. And this is a scene where Creon has, the scene you saw was Creon banishing Medea. She begs for a bit of time to pack up, but in that time, she exacts her revenge.
Sire, grant me a few hours yet, one day to prepare, and one little day before I go out of Corinth.
It is one of the great roles for women. She's a strong character. She can be perceived as a villainess because she does horrific deeds. She exacts revenge upon the young girl and her father, and ultimately her own children, and herself in the process. But anyone who's played somebody who is a villain knows that it's fun. You get to let it all out. And also but we understand her grief. We understand what she's going through when she's abandoned and left penniless without a home.
Euripides, the playwright, often wrote about the underdog, compassionately telling their story. But as Medea exacts her revenge, this play becomes something of a frightening psychological thriller, a drama that would likely make the tabloids in modern society.
Oh, wretched, wretched, wretched I am. I and my boys. Oh, I beseech.
Medea was so popular that, in fact, it's one of the ones that survived, and I think for very good reason. It's an amazing story. It's a powerful story, and it, on some level, speaks to us today because I think of the story of what happens if you break faith.
People want to crowd around a drama, I mean, you look at the headlines today, you look at any celebrity news about any split up or any, people who've broken up and they seem the perfect couple, as Medea and Jason did. When they split up, it's big news. When big passion goes wrong, it's big news. And so the women of Corinth all gather round. They say with love and sympathy, but Medea thinks it's to peer at her sorrow because they're nosy and they want to talk about it.
Keeping true to the original Greek theater, Miles added music when he originally directed this play. Composer Michael Becker got it just right, as the sound really heightens the emotion in the play, like this scene where you can just hear how Medea tries to manipulate her father with her mystic way.
My lord, they call mercy the jewel of kings. I am praying to you as to one of the gods. Destroy us not utterly. To go out with no refuge, nothing prepared, is plain death. I had rather kill myself quickly and here, if I had time but to ask the slaves and
it's a lot of cues. It's kind of wall-to-wall cues. Lots of sound. And it serves. I mean, sometimes I've done plays, I haven't used any sound. I mean, it's all, the words are fine. But, in the Greek theater, they sang and danced. In the plays, they would stop and they'd have choral singing and music. So this was all a component, and I think in this version we've found a way to incorporate all those things, and I think it would be a poorer production without Michael's music.
Even to myself I seem foolish if I grant you this. No, Medea, I will not grant it.
The Greeks weren't interested in repressed emotions. I don't think they are now either, but it's It's wonderful to have such great passions allowed and encouraged on the stage.
You die. Enough words!
Euripides Medea plays at Manitoba Theatre Centre until December 13th. For Shaw TV, I'm Jeremy Valance.
Of this business.